Ooh, that frustrates me so much. That transition just makes me so mad. Anyway, we are getting back in it today for the Euro USD chart. It's been a while, couple days. Last week was pretty wild because we were snowed in, and this week looks a little better. Things are getting back to normal. We are starting to look at going back to work, so that's nice. Start to get that rhythm back. But yeah, let's look at the USD chart. This is what we have today. These are what I've put down in the way of what is going on today. And how I did this was I simply looked for the big action. What was the big price action today or recently? So I went to the 1 hour chart, and you can see we have a big bearish move right here. We got the sellers coming in hot. And if we turn on the time frames, we can see that, okay, so in the New York session, in Tokyo, and into London, 3 sessions, we have sellers just getting rid of their inventory. And here we're in the seller's territory. We can easily just delete all this. It's so basic. We can put it all back as we're analyzing it. So let's go over to the 1 hour chart. Focus on that one. So you can see, where did the sellers really start to step in? We have a range up here, and here is where the push came. So we'll mark that right there. That is the push. And then where did the buyers come in? Right around here is when things started getting tough. So we'll put it right at this point where you can see prices at right now even. And that's what I was... We could even use the 4 hour chart if you wanted to. You can see it. You can see it clearer. So we put the 4 hour chart, the move here, but the buying pressure comes in right around this point, just to make it a little more precise. And that's when we'll go down to the 1 hour chart and watch price action. You can see it bounces off here twice, and I'm anticipating a third bounce, if not a breakthrough, because it's been having such a hard time. My previous prediction for what was going to happen was this, and then a push up, but it looks like we're just getting a lot of selling pressure here, and it doesn't look like this is going to happen. It looks like this might happen. We're going to come down maybe under here and then hit this, and then we'll see if this turns to this or if it turns to complete rejection at this support. And we just need to stay ready. I was in buying mode all through here and had to close some orders at break even when they started coming up again. I closed them. Price continued to go up, but I was already out, and I was happy because I don't like sitting in long trades. I like the day trading. That is my thing. I like getting in and getting out. I don't like when I'm holding trades for more than 1 day into 2 days. And I had 4 trades open on Friday. I held them over the weekend. I still have those same 4 trades open, and I am up $5. It's good, but it's just too long to wait to make $5. It's not worth it. I could have closed. I could have closed a long time ago. Friday, I could have closed it for $5 for a $5 loss, and then made that up today. So it's For me, holding just doesn't make any sense. It's more effort than I'm willing to put in. My whole goal with learning how to trade is to make as much money with the least amount of effort possible. So when I'm working the cleaning business and I'm running that, the effort I put in is, of course, training, cleaning, working paperwork, filing, income and expenses. Doing all that is the effort, and it's a lot of effort. And the worst part about that is just all the cleaning, all the walking around the building and making sure everything looks good, making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. That's way too much effort. That's more effort than I want to put in. It seems like more effort than it's worth, than the job is worth. So when I come to trading and I look at that and I see, okay, what is the effort and how can I do less of it? So the effort, of course, is holding trades. The shorter I can hold a trade, that's the least effort I can put in. So that's why I don't like long trades, because it just feels like so much effort. For example, the trades I held since Friday, and I'm only in profit $5. That was way too much holding for that long a period. And not to mention the stress you have over the weekend, hoping that nothing crazy happens so that price doesn't jump against you. Fortunately, price dropped today, and that is very good. So that is why I'm in profit. And then I still got to open up. I'm still gonna open up that $50 account, and we're gonna go live. Finally going live, and finally I'll probably start trading when in the mornings when New York opens. I'll probably start going live then, just so that we can see if I fail or if I fly. But I've been doing good lately, so the demo accounts have been stable, let's put it that way. But let's continue to analyze. So we were looking at this. We got our resistance up here where the sellers came in, and then the buyers picked up the slack, and that's been going on for the last week. We got that. And then so today I looked at where is the latest action. So let's go to the 5-minute chart. And we had the New York open. We had some really big swings in London. Really good for scalping, but I didn't play in London. I was so tired last night, I just went to sleep. And then we had New York. So based on all of this, based on the big move, the big swing that we have right here for the sellers, and what we have going on here, because of this, I'm still selling. All of this is in the seller's shop. We're all getting ready to buy, but the sellers are, they're liquidating their inventory. And every time the buyers come in, the sellers liquidate inventory. Buyers come in, sellers liquidate. So none of this is technically for buying. I mean, you could buy here and make a little bit of money, but you don't know how much it's going up. It's good for a scalp, but I like to swing one way because it helps keep things simple. So if I see that we are in the seller's shop, then I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell with the sellers. So every time price goes up, I'll sell. Price goes up, I'll sell. And that is exactly what I did today. I was a seller all day. Let me see my records. I can tell you that I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scalps today that I did this morning, and not the ones that I was holding over from Friday. Oh man, price is going down. That is fantastic. We are still in profit $5. So I was up at 7:30 getting everything ready, taking the dogs out for a walk, and I saw that we had the London high right here. So just like with the higher time frame, where we were like, okay, where is the big action? Got the sellers here, the buyers here. And where is the big action? It is right here. So we got the Tokyo high, which is where it peaked and it started to come down. So the sellers stepped in right here. So we're going to go, where did the sellers really kick in? Right about here. You can see that is our big move right there. Bam, bam. And New York opened at 8. So I was continuing to watch the drop. And at that point, this was our low right here. So this was about support. And because I'm a seller, I started watching. Okay, let's wait and see, because if you look at the higher time frame, we're kind of in the middle. And it doesn't really, we haven't really reached this area. So we made a high right here and then it pushed back down. And we're at this point, but then it's pushed back down again. So it looks like we're going to have to bounce off support or reach support before anything else happens. So with that in mind, I set up the day's support and resistance and then just waited. Let's open up. Oh, wait, that was the right market sessions here. So that was this morning. Let's go to the replay and I will tell you what happened. So the market opens. I'm watching. It looks bullish. It looks bullish and it's very deceiving. But bam, look at that first move down. Okay, so I'm watching. I'm like, okay, this is good. But this could be, this is a lot of buyers coming in right here. Is this a buy? Waited. And then I remembered, okay, so on our big picture, we are still sellers. So the sellers are still hot. So it's not a buy yet. But instead, I started putting my orders in right here. Let's continue to sell. And then price continued to go down. I closed a couple orders. Then price went up. Okay, there's an opportunity for a sell. Price went up again. There's another opportunity to sell. And then it kind of stalled out. So I had some orders. I think I had like 3 orders down here just waiting to be filled. And bam, cleared. So as you can see, we are still in the seller's territory. And then just waiting. I had, I think my other orders from Friday are around this level and a little bit lower, like 870 down here. I still got 3 orders. So I have 3 orders up here and then 3 orders down here waiting to be filled. And when the price looks good, I'll close them all and then reset for tomorrow or later tonight. Tokyo opens soon. As you can see, we've been in this nice range. And I'm trying not to overextend myself and blow up my account. So even though this looked like a golden opportunity, I wasn't in it. And now we're just kind of at the bottom. You can see we're at underneath support. The support that I drew right here, now we're underneath it. So it was a great day to sell high. Let's see where the end, and there we are. That's how it's looking. Price is just continuing to drop, which is good for me. So that's good news. Getting better at reading the market and reading the price action, and that of course comes with practice and with dedication. And I don't know how I can stress this hard enough, but you have to study, you have to practice, you have to replay. It is so important to do this. This is how you understand this. This is how you read the market and then look at something like this and go like, okay, well, I'm going to sell. Every time candle goes up, I'm going to sell. Every time candle goes up, I'm going to sell. And then, because at this point right here, no, it was right here. When the market first opened, and then there was a couple bearish candles, and then this big green candle, a couple bearish candles, and then this big green candle. And I was like, oh man, I think I made the wrong decision. I think I might have made a mistake, and I'm holding on to these sells. Should I close? You start to panic. But when you study, when you practice, when you learn, you develop that instinct of, no, I think it's a sell. I can see it's a sell here, and I'm going to stick with the sellers. And then you sell at the right spots. You sell up here, you sell up here, you sell up here, you sell up here, and then you collect all the way down. That's how it's done. And it takes time, it takes exercise, it takes learning, and it takes a lot of patience. That's the other thing too. So I'm going to continue selling until it is obvious that we are out of the territory, that the buyers are making a strong comeback. And I'm looking at maybe about right here in this area. If this area gets breached and they start going for this price, that's when you know the buyers are back. But until then, all this is for selling. And from the looks of it, it looks like we are headed for support. So I'm going to be selling at least until this point right here, until 86.30. That's how long I'll be selling for. Other than that, that's really what I'm looking at. And it's funny too, because all last week I was talking about buying, and I was buying, but it never got back to our price up here. All right. A lot of this understanding too came from my mentor, Jean, and I was listening to, if you listen to Desire to Trade podcast with Etienne Cret, it was, that's where I heard about him, and it's really, really fascinating, interesting stuff. And it seems counterintuitive, but what he teaches is super, like, it makes sense for me. I don't know if it'll make sense for you, but it really clicked when I heard him talking on Desire to Trade. Of course, he's more thorough with it, and he will help you. He loves talking about Forex. So let's get to it. We are back in our Forex tester, and I don't know why these numbers don't come out, but that's fine, because it's not about the numbers, it's about the action. That's all we got to get better at. This is where we left off the other day. We have the 1 minute chart here and the 5 minute chart here, but we can jump that to, and these were the big move. So here's where the big move was last. Buyer stepped in right here and took price all the way up to here, and then we had a slow drift down before the buyers once again stepped in. I'm just going to go ahead and delete all this, and we can do the same thing we did with our other chart. Where is the big move? Big move is right here. So let's just grow that. If we put that on the 4 hour, you can see we have a buyer step in and take it all the way up. So we can go from there. See, trend line. So we can use that. Here's our support. And up here, when the sellers decided that They were going to try to bring price down. That's where resistance developed. So let's make that red so we know that it's resistance. All right, so let's take that down to the 1 hour so we know what we're looking at. See how price kind of just tries to break, but it can't. But oh, I keep thinking it's like what is that? MetaTrader. All right, so we step in. We were buying. Last time we had to switch our mind from a seller to buyers, and once we did that, we were golden. Let's see if we can strike lightning twice or catch lightning in a bottle again. Or I completely screwed up that metaphor. Anyway, let's just try to get good. That's what we're going to try to do. We're just going to try to get good. And currently we have just ended the New York session. So we got Tokyo, London, and New York. And New York has just closed. So we're going to speed up a little bit and then just let it play out. Not going to make any trades. Is near closed? Yeah, I think this is the close right here. So we're not going to make any trades right now. Just going to let it go. Let it go. And this is, if you're wondering, this is Forex Tester 5. It was about $150 on sale, and it's well worth it. This is like the batting cages right here. You're trying to get better at the swing. All right. So now we're hovering right there at the resistance. Now will resistance become support, or will price reject? We'll know once Tokyo starts, and it looks like we got 1 hour. And as Beetlejuice says, it's showtime. Here it comes. Here it comes. What is price gonna do? Ooh, it looks like it might reject. Okay, you see what's happening right here? I see that formation that speaks to me. We got the N, the reverse N. We have down, and then up, and then most likely we're gonna get a down right there. So that's what I'm seeing happen. Now let's see if it actually happens. Just waiting to see. There it goes. It's going for it, but it's having such a hard time. And now we are in New York, in Tokyo, and it looks like price is having a hard time. If we look over here on the 1 minute chart, yeah, I think this is a good program. It's a little buggy, but it's a lot better than TradingView in terms of being able to operate the way that you normally do, like in MetaTrader. It's very close to what MetaTrader is. So it's better than TradingView, not as good as MetaTrader. There was a program that allows you to back test and train in MetaTrader, but it was just too convoluted. So I sprung for this. All right, so let's see what happens. You can see price hitting again, and I really don't feel confident going in yet. We'll see what this last candle does. If this last candle drops, then we're going to start selling. But if it breaks, we are going to continue to buy. Actually, let's take this down to the 5 minute chart. That'll really give us a picture of what's happening. So we got a range going in Tokyo right here. Let me just check my settings. Yeah, 18. So that should have started already. I don't know what is happening. But it's all just so I think I might continue to buy. Yeah, I'm gonna go in for a buy. I'm going in. Next bearish action I see going to be all buys. All right, come on, come on. Nope. Ooh, man. Did I miss an opportunity or what? Yeah, this is it. It's going for a buy. And then we'll ride it. Come on. I know what's going on here. It's moving too fast. It's not moving like a normal market, especially on the 1 minute. And we should be clear. No, see how close it came? There we go. Yep, it's a buy. So the next opportunity I see, I'm going to go for it. And now it shows us, look at that. So we have been in in Tokyo for this long. And it finally decides to pop up. I wonder why it does that. I'm gonna have to look into that. Anyway, let's keep looking. And when we see bearish action, that's when we'll buy. So far, I am not seeing it. All right, we can go into the chart a little bit more. And let's put some areas of interest. So we have right here, and then right about this area is where price started to have a little trouble. And then it broke up, and we're looking at about this area right here. So right here at where price is now, these are points of interest. So if price comes down to here, we're going to buy. If price comes down to here, we're going to buy. If price breaks above and then retests, we're going to buy. And it's just easy to mark these areas where action takes place. Let's continue. Okay, so it breaks above. And it looks like we have a retest. I'm going to buy right there. Go ahead and do that. And of course, if it keeps going down, I'm going to buy here and buy here. Just because I put an order here doesn't mean I'm expecting it to go up right away. I do expect there to be drawdown. And if price goes down, that's good too, because you just get a better price. Kind of want it to go down. Come on, keep going down, keep going down. Get low. You know, I could even see right about here as well being someplace where I could buy. So I could buy here. If it breaks, buy here. So you see all these points. Good places to buy. Just touch that line. He crosses it. All right, we might get a... I'm not going to stress out because I didn't buy down here, because there will always be another one. Perfect right there. So let's set that up. Put a buy there. Just be patient. We're not going to rush it. We don't have to be in a trade. It's nice to be in a trade, but we don't have to. We're going to put an order here. If it goes lower, we'll continue to place. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Magnificent. And that's all we do. So we got those points of interest and we just play them. And we are still in Tokyo. So now we're developing a new zone up here. So we'll see what happens with this price, if it's going to break and then continue or what. What will happen? But even this, look, even right here, we held for a few minutes. Let's see. So that was from, we were at 12 o'clock. Oh no, we were at 1. Okay, so that was, yeah, 12 o'clock to about 1 hour. So that was held 1 hour before it finally closed. And then we closed in the profit. And then this one was held 54. For about 30 minutes, that one. Is that right? A little over 30 minutes. And then even this one right here, right there, just a few minutes before it closed. And that is to be expected. That's what you should expect. While ideally things would close much quicker, sometimes you just got to be patient. All right, let's continue. We have a nice range building right here. I'm going to go ahead and go in for a buy. And that one closed almost immediately. It's very nice. And at this point, I'm going to start getting a little cautious. I'm going to start looking for a price reversal and seeing if watching for signs of stagnation. See if it starts to fade out. Something like this. We can take a look at it and see what it looks like on the 1 hour chart. See, we're in kind of a range right here. So it hit this point and it really didn't go higher. We have a push down, and then we got London about to start. So let's see what London brings us. Let's just keep that on the 1 hour. Yeah, see, we got kind of a reverse N happening here. And then more pressure from the sellers. And I think I might start selling. Yeah, I'm going to start selling. Let's go for a sell. We're just testing the waters right now. We got London opening. And I could be wrong. And it looks like I might be wrong. Yep. And it is getting worse and worse. And I'm going to close this as soon as I can. Right now would be a great time to close. But I am seeing some signs that price is going to continue to go down. Come on, just a little bit more. Yeah, this would be a great place. Okay. All right, that was a little too close. I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I go in again. We just really need to see what's happening here. Let's stretch this one out just to give us a visual of where price is having a hard time crossing. We got a little bit of a reverse N on the 1 minute chart. We're in London right now. So you see over here, the green, that's where London opens. And it looks like the buyers might be back. But here's what I'm feeling. I'm looking at right here, they're having such a hard time breaching it. So here was the push up. We're going to have a retest at around this price. So I'm going to start buying again over here. Because this looks up, test, and then there might be one more push. So when price gets to our support, this is currently support, but it could very easily just become resistance. There it goes. There it goes. Come on, just a little bit more. I need you to push. Just cross it. There you go. Okay, so that is the move I'm looking for. Let's buy. Oh, come on. There you go. That's what I want. If it goes down again, let's buy it. Bam. So fast, that one. If it goes down again, we're going to buy it. Come on, push down. No, I need you to go down. Not up. Not up. It's too soon. There we go. That's what I like. Nope. Nope. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let's buy this. Even if it comes back down to here, I'll continue to buy it. Like that. Ooh, we just missed it. All right, so I'm going to wait for a bigger push down. And it looks like it's just going to keep going up. There we go. Closed again. There we go. Let's keep that price coming down. We want a better buy. I want a better buy. I want it to come down here. If it comes back down here, definitely gonna buy it. And I mean, this is a lot of what trading is. We're waiting for a better price. And it might not even come. This price could just take off and I won't even be on the rocket when it does. And that's perfectly fine. Why? Because there's going to be another rocket ship and I can get on that one. And if I missed that one, there was going to be another one and I'll get on that one. I'm going to go ahead and buy here. And there we go. Oh, that would have been a good one. That's a good one right there. So let's buy this. Uh-oh. I'm starting to see things I don't like to see. So now it is below this line. It hasn't really crossed it yet. It's at the line. It's at the zone. But we're looking at about $9 a negative, which could mean all of our daily profits just scrubbed. So I gotta decide what to do. Am I gonna keep holding and expect price to go up, or do I think the sellers are coming back? And at this point, I can't say one way or another. I still think it's a buy. Like, that's what I think, and I can't tell if I'm thinking that it's a buy because I want it to be, because I'm already in it and I'm out $9 and I just want price to come back, or just based on this, we have one up, we have one touch at resistance, we have another touch at resistance with a possible break to the top or a possible rejection. But I'm really feeling like, I really, just based on how I'm reading the chart, that we're in buyer's territory, that we have breached the sellers and we're looking at a buy. So I'm going to stick with the buy. I'm going to hold. I'm not going to place any new orders, and I'm just going to wait. Just going to wait. Not going to do anything. But at some point, I'm going to have to do something because this is getting awfully close to my stop losses. And I don't like that. This is exactly what I'm training for, though, is a trade like this. What could I have done to mitigate this loss? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to learn. That's why I haven't gone back and traded with real money, because this right here, I'll do good all through this. Look at all these good trades, and then it'll just be a trade or two like this that'll throw off my whole game. And this is where I mess up, and this is why I'm studying, because I need to figure out, what am I supposed to do here? And honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm going to think about this and then come back later and make my decision. But for now, thanks so much for joining me. Thank you for going over the charts. I hope you found this helpful. And like I said, I really do recommend checking out Jean at Jasper Forex and listening to Desire to Trade with Etienne Cret. And always remember, you viewer in the back, thank you so much. Thank you for always being there and always giving me your support. And of course, neurons that fire together, wire together. When we come back, I'm going to figure out how we solve this problem. I got to sit on this and really, really think how I got myself into it. And now I got to figure out, how do I get myself out of this bad, bad trade? Naughty trade.